There's no doubt one of the great debates of 2020 is masks. Which ones to get, how to use them, whether they're effective, the list goes on. That debate becomes a little more urgent today as the province enters phase 1 of its plan to reopen the economy. Masks are not mandated as part of that recovery framework. However, some stores already require you to wear one. In the last hour, Terry Guile from the Business Association Peterborough says bring your own if you're headed out to a store today. My next guest says masks are important to our economic recovery. Dr. Jennifer Kwan is a family physician in Ontario. She's also a member of Masks for Canada, a group of physicians and citizens advocating for mask use. She recently wrote about the vital role masks will play in speeding up and sustaining the reopening of our economy. Good morning, Dr. Kwan.
Good morning, Wei. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So why do you think masks are vital to reopening the economy?
So I think that the economy is very important. We definitely need to be able to support our businesses and have reopening as soon as it is safely possible. Masks are one of the strategies we can use to ensure that this is a safe and sustainable reopening without a second wave, without recurrent outbreaks, so that we don't have to go back into isolation again.
How exactly, though, would they help our economic recovery?
So right now, if businesses are reopening and they feel they can do so safely, that's great. But if they don't have a mask policy, so if staff or customers don't have masks, there is a higher risk of infection. The majority of COVID-19 infections are from asymptomatic or pre-symptomatic people where we don't know that they have the infection and they're spreading it to others. So masks protect against that. If they don't have masks, the risk of infection goes up. If there is an outbreak, the business will have to shut down again. The business name gets associated with, having a COVID-19 outbreak. That might affect consumer behaviors in the future. When they reopen, certainly they would be extra cautious, but it's better to not learn the hard way and to have preventative measures in place beforehand.
Wearing a face mask has been a matter of routine in other countries. Why do you think in Canada, though, it has been controversial that we have not been given a directive to wear them?
Well, I think there's two reasons. One is that it is a cultural thing. So in some Asian countries, masks are already part of the culture there. People wear them very commonly. When they are sick, everyone knows to put on a mask immediately. The second reason is that we've had some mixed messaging. Initially, masks were not recommended, but due to emerging evidence and learning from other countries that have been successful with using masks as a tool, they have been recommended. So I think it's important to have a clearer message now to all Canadians that if you're going out and you're going out in public and you can't distance, you should wear a mask. And I think we need to hear that strong, clear messaging again.
So just how effective is it then in terms of reducing the risk of spreading this virus?
Masks are not 100% effective. The way they work is that the person wearing the mask, it catches droplets around their face. So if everyone is wearing one, it can definitely reduce the risk of asymptomatic transmission. So if at least 60 to 70% of people are wearing it, then it can significantly reduce the risk of infection to a point where it's safely sustainable, that we're not having growing numbers of infections every day causing a recurrent lockdown.
So it contains the droplets within the mask, so it does not actually prevent you from being infected by somebody else, though.
It can prevent. I think it really depends on the specific type of fabric, how people are wearing their masks. So there's too much differences between different masks, so I can't comment specifically. But, there is some sort of protection, and I think that really needs to have more studies. But that's why people aren't saying that as much, saying that it does protect yourself. But I'm sure on some level it does.
Yeah. And we're already seeing some retail stores, grocery stores, say you've got to wear one if you're going to go shop there. Do you think we need some kind of consistency?
I think it's great that business owners are implementing those policies. It shows that they really care about the health and safety of the employees and of the customers. It would be nice to have some more top-down recommendations to ensure consistency so that it's not just, some big businesses. I think that it has to be offered and supported for all businesses.
And of course, masks are just one piece of the puzzle. It doesn't mean that we should not be vigilant in terms of hand washing. Do you think that it could give people that false sense of security?
I think it is very important to educate people that it is in addition to and not a replacement to those other critical interventions like hand washing, sustained partial distancing, and we still need great testing and tracing in order to control the virus. We need to attack from all sides in order to control this.
And so is it your view that if we all did wear face masks, then we could actually maybe loosen other restrictions too?
Yeah, I think it would speed up the process because this is kind of a trial run, right? Like the first stage of reopening. If things get worse after this, then we're not going to get to stage 2. We want to get there as soon as we can, and that has to be proven with reduced numbers of infections. So we need to use every strategy possible to get there.
Dr. Kwan, thank you very much for speaking with us this morning.
Thank you so much.
That is Dr. Jennifer Kwan, a family physician in the GTA. She recently wrote about the vital role masks can play in the reopening of our economy. What about you? Do you just wear one regularly when you go out? Let me know.